Okay, welcome back to the Antiquer. Come antiquing with me in Amsterdam. I was there for about a week and I found all these cool places to go. This is a place that is similar to a Goodwill in the US, and it was laid out in a similar way. It had sections by color though, which I thought was kind of fun. I didn't find a ton here, but it was really pretty and lots of coffee cups, lots of interesting things to see. The art wall was really impressive, and had I had more suitcases, I would have taken a lot more of these home with me, but I did take this one home. It was a Uber ride back to the city, and I found a few more places. Sorry for my bad filming. But this place was amazing. It had so many different Delft pieces, amazing antiques. The window shopping alone was worth just visiting and looking in the windows. You can see at the bottom of the windows, there's another window that has a bunch of really pretty Delft pieces in it. The figurines were really impressive. The prices were very, very high though. This was in the city center of Amsterdam. This was so impressive just to go here and see all of these KLM Dutch houses. That was a highlight for me. So I went in, obviously, I had to check it out. The tiles here were really beautiful. They're like 80 plus euros each. These cast iron pieces really caught my eye. I would have loved to have taken them all home. There were a few outdoor markets that would run every day in the morning. A lot of bicycles were sold here. A lot of people would just set up tables with a lot of like mishmash stuff, but some really good treasures could be found here. If you went daily or weekly, I'm sure you could really take home a lot of neat items. I did end up buying quite a few things throughout the week from that. Ragtime Vintage and the antique store here were both really awesome places. The Antiekcentrum, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I could have spent an entire day in this location. It's absolutely enormous, has so many great items inside of it. It's laid out just like a US antique mall. It has different booths with different vendors, but it also had this really cool system, which I don't think I've seen before, where whenever you needed help, there was a button. There were buttons throughout the entire mall, and you could just push them and someone would come and help you, especially when you don't maybe speak the language. It was really helpful to be able to have someone around to help you and unlock and get into what you needed to. Found a few dolls. There were so many unique things. The signage and everything, just being in another country, was really fun to look at. I loved this picture. I did not get a ton, but I did find some really good treasures. This was actually at the Ragtime next door, and I loved looking at the vintage clothing. This was a really cool place. I'll let you listen to it. So the goal is not to get run over by the bicycle, not to be in the bicycle lane, and not to get hit by them. You have to really be aware of that the entire time. But it was such a fun thing to just go through. These are my treasures that I took home. I took home a whole suitcase full and stuffed my clothing into a small bag so I could take all the important things home. Most have sold, but there are a few things left. The tiles I really loved, and I bought a ton of those little tiny tiles. So I think there's still a few left in my shop, but the row houses were just so cool, so fun to get a hold of. This was another display that I didn't get to take home, but I hope you enjoyed visiting with me, and I hope you have fun if you ever get to go as well.